What's going on, guys? So today we have the Crate Club. See the big old logo. This is a big box today. Alright, so I'm going to cut this open, flip up the top, we'll see what's inside. I'm very curious, especially when they're extra big or extra small for some reason. But anyway, today I'm EDCing the slice again. This is that little flipper, tiny, it's like a utility ceramic blade knife. I don't know if you guys saw this before. If you're watching for a while, you know, maybe you remember it, but this thing's still chugging along. It still has an edge, you know. Sharpening ceramic blades is close to impossible, at least in my experience. Obviously it's possible, but not easy. Also, the blades are very specific, you know what I mean? So it's interesting. It's certainly interesting, but it's not, I think, something you'd be using for, you know, 10, 20, 30 years. It's a little bit of a novelty just because it'd be so hard to find those blades if they dry up in the future. But for now, it's cool. The ceramic blade holds an excellent edge. But anyway, so let's go ahead and close that liner lock. And as you saw there, sometimes there is a little bit of a struggle. First of all, when you flip it out, I can never get it to fully pop out, which is annoying. But sometimes you go use the liner lock and it binds up just ever so slightly. It's just like an odd thing, so I have to kind of two-hand it. But anyway, the video's not about the knife. It's about this box. So, looks like all kinds of goodies. Let's I don't know, should we start taking stuff out? Oh, I see a hatchet. That's I love hatchets, axes. That's probably what's contributing to the heft and size of the box. But anyway, Crate Club, a general box. All right, so I think I'm going to pull everything out like I've kind of been doing, and then we will, as we go through things, we'll put it back in the box. How's that sound? All right, wow, tons of stuff here. Okay, we got this box. Let's see. All right, biggest thing. Oh, something else at the bottom too. I've seen that before. So if you're not familiar with Crate Club, sometimes you do get a lot of double stuff like you would with BattleBox. So if you do Crate Club and BattleBox, you will get some doubles here and there. Totally fine. Just depends on the gear, how much you like it. Any of these monthly clubs, I know, you know, some people, they don't like them because they feel like, I wouldn't have bought that stuff. Well, I mean, it's a surprise. You always get value. That's just always going to be true. It is cheaper to get the stuff this way. But if you're not interested in the stuff, or you don't like a surprise, clearly it's not going to be for you. You're not going to enjoy it. So we've seen this before. This is the EDC mat, 0.200. Tacta, what is this? I forget the brand here. Technical Gear says Tactica. That's right, Tactica. I've had multiple things from them, little multi-tools, you know, all kinds of stuff. This is actually pretty cool. This works fine, although my big complaint is that these pockets, the side pockets, are super shallow. So it's not like things, I mean, if you have an uneven surface, don't rely on those holding stuff in there. It's fine though, it works. It's just a mat, basically, if you want to keep it on your desk to change your knife parts out, or if you have a handgun or something, want to put little, you know, some springs off to the side while you're cleaning it. Totally works fine for that. All right, so the Fox, I believe we got one of these in our BattleBox. Let me look at the side here. The FA700. All right, let's see. Fox axe. It's a Yankee axe. Carbon steel, C45, 1045 blade. So 1045 carbon steel with a hickory handle. Let's go ahead and check this one out anyway, though. Oh, gotta cut, see? See, we need our knives, right? How in the world would I open this box without being able to cut this thick sticker there, right? Am I right or am I right? Alright, so let's go ahead and open this and check this guy out, because these are super helpful. It's a great thing to have, even if, like, let's say you're in a city type environment and you don't think, like, well, what am I going to do with a hatchet or whatever? You don't know. You just never know. If you're in the city, this might end up being a weapon one day for you. You know what I'm saying? It might be a home defense weapon as compared to a lot of people using it for woodworking, you know, wood processing. All right, hang on. Oh, the struggle is real. There we go. Jeez, that was tweet. Okay, so yes, we've gone over this one before. Super, super cool though. I like Fox knives. We make it sharp. It is a really nice setup here. All right, let's pop this out of its little sheath holder. take a look at this edge, because I remember last one not being crazy sharp. This one's not, it's about the same as it was last time. We have a sharp, it's a sharp edge. Like, you could hit into the wood with mild, you know, force and still split wood. That's totally fine. But as I think I mentioned in the other video when I talked about this, is that it really would be nice if this was like razor sharp. You want a razor sharp edge on all of your chopping tools, just like you would your pocket knife. I know some people might say, no, that's not good. You know, I don't think there's such a thing as it biting into wood too good. You know what I mean? I mean, someone who processes a ton of firewood, like you're doing firewood for a living, and just chopping it 6-7 days a week, maybe you have a different opinion. Than I don't know, but from my experience, the sharper the better. You know, the sharper a knife is, the easier it cuts. The sharper a hatchet is, the easier it cuts, so you use less force. The idea is that if you're using less force, you could probably be more accurate. If you're not trying to swing this to knock a baseball out of, you know, center field, then you're probably going to be more accurate with the hits, therefore that translates to safer. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thought process behind all that. But anyway, so very, very cool. Good start. This is something I'm familiar with as well. I think we have a hat here. The Proper. Oh, no, maybe not. I was thinking this is one of the hats that have the all the hidden pockets in it, which is super cool. But no, this just says the Proper. Is this just a nice lightweight camo hat? Because I can definitely dig this summertime. I'm going to need a new light hat. One size, well, I don't know about the one size thing. People definitely have different heads. Obviously, if adjustable, this is a Velcro adjustment on the back. All right, nice breathable trucker hat, super lightweight. We have a spot on the back for a name tag. There's also a spot on top, which is confusing me for some reason. What would that be for? All right, we don't just make the best gear out there, we make it right to the core. Yep. Okay, advertisement. I really don't know what the top piece is for. Interesting, they're two soft pieces of Velcro. It's not like it folds up or anything. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that up. But for now, hold on, let me take tags off, because don't need those. And let me give it a little try. Okay, my head's definitely slightly bigger than that. Jeff, you got a gigantic head. No, it's not giant, but it's certainly a big fat head. Alright, which is not a bad thing, by the way. It might have sounded negative. Have a big fat head, it's not always a bad thing. Just a little more. Just a tad more. Let's see what that's like. I'm not a fan of this. I really, really like fitted hats. I like fitted hats. I generally wear them backwards. When the sun's on my face, I turn them front facing, because I like a hat that's functional. Alright, this is on, and it's actually super comfortable because it's so thin and lightweight. Wow. That feels really good. This is literally going to be my go-to summer hat. So, very, very cool. Like I said, I could dig the mesh. I'm a bald dude. You know what I mean? I sweat a lot. It's nice to have the, you know, the evaporation. So when the breeze comes, it can kind of cool off my head. So I dig that. That's very cool. Let's put it off in the box for the side so I don't revisit it on accident. Not that I think I will. Oh, we just got one of these in the BATTLBOX. The LP Series Pack Net. This is super cool because you could take any bag and you can utilize this strap system. It has the bungees on there, and as you see a picture here, you can add different stuff to the front of your pack. What this is going to be most helpful for is two things. If you're actually an avid camper, hiker, whatever, a lightweight setup, you know, that's your thing, then yes, you can obviously bring your sleeping bag on there, maybe a small one-person bivvy, you know, that can fit on a bag, super lightweight, just really, really nice. Especially if you're not like really trekking too far, you're doing warm weather camping, awesome. For the average person like me or you, like I'm not just going off with a one-person bivvy and sleeping in the woods overnight. I just don't do that. I like to do that maybe, but I just don't. So practically for us, that's going to be, oh, I want to carry my coat, or hey, I'm carrying a coat. It's fall, it's a little cold. I'm doing like a walk, a hike, or it's springtime. It's a little chilly, or it can get chilly at night. Whatever the case is, I'm wearing a coat, I want to take it off. Where am I going to put it? I could tie it around my waist. That's kind of annoying. It's a very 90s thing to do. Or you can just kind of roll it up and put it in your on top of your pack. So it's great for that. You can literally bring a blanket if you want. You know, you get a little chilly, you're with your girl, she's, oh, I'm chilly. Or a spare jacket for your girl, right? That could be a thing, whatever. You can get creative with what you carry on there, but it's nice to have the option to carry more stuff. It's literally just an extension of your bag, but it's super lightweight. and simple. So if you're not using it, it's not, you know, taking up a lot of space or weight. All right, so what is this? Rock Gator. It's a 70 liter. Kind of a pouch of sorts, bag. 70 liter what? Feels a little hard on one side. Let's see. The Torrent 70. That sounds familiar. Covers up to 70 liter backpack. Yes, okay. So this is awesome too. This is actually a cover, if I'm not mistaken. It's a rain cover, which I believe it is. Oh, yes, exactly what this is. All right, so I'm not going to totally unfold it. Let me get back in the bag here, because, you know, that's one of those puzzles. I like to keep stuff like this in my pouch. If I have to use it, that's fine. I'll fold it later on, but, you know, I'm not, like, curious. I have to see it. You know, I know what it is. So this, again, this is a fantastic addition to anyone's bag. Again, for the purpose of you're out and about. Oh, no, you're on your walk. You're taking that, you know, I don't know why I always think, like, with a girl, like, just, you know, or a couple, rather. You could be any kind of couple, I suppose. But that's like the go-to, because that's what I do. It's me and my wife. Like, I don't really hike or walk by myself much. I used to when I was single, of course. Duh. But when I got married, we do that stuff together. So I always think, you know, in pairs. But you could just, whoever, whenever, with whoever, or by yourself. Oh no, it's raining now. I wasn't planning on rain. The weather didn't show it was going to rain, but now it's starting to pour. Or it looks like it's going to pour. And guess what? I'm not carrying my waterproof bag. I don't want my stuff getting wet. That's perfect. This is in the bottom of the bag. It's not that heavy. You know, it could pack really thin, or maybe this is what you use those random side pockets for. You never think to put, you know, anything in there. That's perfect for this. You whip it out, you cover your entire bag. Now all your contents are going to stay dry no matter how hard it rains. Now this is one of those things that's a rarity, you know. Half the time you probably have some kind of a bag that's waterproof or some system. I like when these are built into bags. That's a super cool option. Two things I like on bags. That, where you have, you know, you can unzip or something and then unfold your covering. But I also really, really like backpack straps. So any kind of bag, duffel, whatever it is, if you have the option for backpack straps, kudos to you. I like carrying things on my back. It's just easier for me. And so it keeps my hands free. Just love it. So those are two features I really like. But if your bag doesn't have it, awesome. If your bag doesn't have the other thing, awesome. So what these two items really do for you is allows you to use your older, you know, bags that don't have these features and still enjoy them and be able to use them, you know, with the expanded features, the add-ons, right? So that's a pretty cool thing. Okay, I know what this is. This is a minimalist wallet. The Dango. Right, we've had many of these. In fact, I do utilize these now, not for my main wallet, but I maybe talk about this in the future. I probably mention it in my vehicle video when I show all the gear in the vehicle, but I like using these for other things besides just my main wallet. This one's the M1, and I do have the M1. In fact, right now I'm utilizing this in my wife's vehicle. So, but super, super cool, just minimalist wallet. There's a ton out there. I actually really do like this brand. They do make a quality product. There are some interesting features there. You know, as far as accessibility, it's up to you. Some designs are easier to use daily. Like if you're using your wallet often, some people do. Some you go shopping all the time. Every weekend I'm out at the mall, whatever you're doing, or out in the stores, the outlets, and you're constantly taking your wallet in and out. Maybe you want something that your money is more accessible, you know, where the way to take your money out and count the money is easier. Like my bifold, or not, but yeah, bifold is 2, right? Trifold is 3. My bifold wallet right now works fine, but I kind of like a traditional wallet. It just, you know, going from the saddleback leather wallet to, even though there was a trifold, having the money pocket as opposed to a money clip, it's just different. You know, I kind of prefer that more personally, but I'm getting used to my King's Loot wallet that I use now. And because it's so minimalist, I'm kind of digging that. So there's always pros and cons. Anyway, moving on. Actually, I didn't even show the biggest thing, which is off to the side. Maybe I'll show it at the end. All right, so Uncharted Supply Co. The Schlissman Pressure Wrap. Okay, again, this is a double. This is something that we've seen before. Safe and effective compression wrap for bleed control, sprains, and contusions. So you can see here, it is literally just a nice, thick, very durable strap there, right? It'll keep pressure on your wounds. Obviously, you have to dress it normally. So this is an addition to a good medical kit. All right, and then last up, and we have seen this before as well, Mountain Ops Electrolyte, the packs. I actually did try this. I tried the blue raspberry, which is pretty good. I don't need stuff like this. It's not part of my daily life. I know dudes who like, you know, you go to the gym all the time or you're super active, like maybe you're using electrolyte additives to things. I'm not that active. Like if I go for a gym session, I'll do that. But even then, it's probably not necessary. If you're a gym rat and you're just like hardcore, constantly doing cardio and all this different stuff, yes, maybe you do actually have the need to replace electrolytes that you're burning up. Most of us, not so much. All right, even if you walked a mile on the trail, like I'll do occasionally, just to try to get your body moving a little bit, got to get the blood flowing sometime, right? I don't need electrolytes like, you know, an NFL player or something that just played a whole game. So, you know, you can be real about it. What you need and what you want, two different things. If it makes you feel good and taste good, it's not hurting anything, I don't think. I'm not a doctor, though. But these are, again, I like stuff like this for the apocalypse. I'm not currently forced to move 20 hours throughout the day every day. But guess what? If that apocalypse ever comes, society starts breaking down, you're relying on yourself, you're going to be moving more than you've ever moved before. And that will definitely require some electrolyte replacement and that's where your you know, energy stuff, that's really going to take a role in that sense where you're doing stuff you're not used to doing. If you're inactive and all of a sudden you start jogging every day to try to get healthy, that might be a time or place to have those energy replacements. That maybe you're drinking more coffee, maybe you're taking those, you know, energy supplements or whatever. But just, you know, common modern day where everything's digitalized and computerized and we're all just sitting around doing stuff, even working, sitting around, not totally necessary, but it definitely has a place. So anyway, so last item here. This feels like a full-size bag. It is. All right, I'm going to show you. I mean, here's the actual bag in the plastic. All right, it's a rubberized size. I'm going to see if there's a picture because it's way easier to actually show you a picture in here. So let's go through. And here it is. All right, Kodiak Blackout TPU backpack. All right, so here's what it's looking like in all of its glory. 600D construction. Internal zipper pouch, padded waist strap. I mean, you can read all the stuff I'm looking at right now too. So here, I'm going to pause right there if you want to read about it, but it is a large pack. It's interesting design. I like to test this out. Again, we've had this before. I don't, like, sometimes I want to do separate videos on this gear. Maybe this year, it's a new year, 2025. Let's change it up a little. Maybe in the future I will do that and get outside and show some of this gear in use, show some more testing. I've done it before. The views aren't awesome on it, but, you know, the views are just kind of not awesome overall, just how it is. And I can get to a whole thing about that. There's definitely factors that play into that. But one of the bigger things really is that there's just so much to watch. There's so many options to, you know, all these different streaming services and all these different shows that come out and movies that are constantly pumping out and the millions and millions of YouTube channels and the people who want to spend their time on, you know, TikTok or Twitch or whatever your thing is, right? So there's just so much information. It's hard to get information out there because everyone's like, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. You know, so anyway. But yes, there are obviously factors like limited content. There's certain things I want to do I can't do. But you just got to work with what you got. So we'll see. Maybe in the future I will show more of that stuff. But anyway, I did want to kind of flip through to show you this. So here's what that tray is looking like. Okay, our hat. I want to read the hat real quick. It says tactical mesh cap. What's tactical about it? Meets all requirements and updated, blah, blah, blah. Construction, so maybe that's a military thing. Constructed in classic 6-panel baseball cap design, 50/50 nylon cotton, ripstop front and bill, breathable mesh, always, wicks away moisture and sweat. Yep, that's why I'm interested for the summer. Loop panel, yeah, it doesn't really, not here anyway. I'm trying to see what the top panel is for. Name tape, yeah. Velcro patch for an IR patch. Oh. Okay. All right, that makes a little more sense. Anyway, so then we also have the bag cover, which you could use in correlation as they're showing here. All right. We have the elastic system as well, which I talked about before. Here's a look at that M1 from Dango. It does have a multi-tool. I'm utilizing this without the tool, but you do have a multi-tool there. All right, interesting. And the electrolytes, the pressure wrap, and of course the Fox Knives Yankee Axe. So very cool this month for the Crate Club. I will say, I mean, it's, again, for me, it's a lot of doubling up, more so than normal. I'm looking forward to next month because I always like trying new things. So a lot of stuff I like, but I like it because I have it and I've used it already. You know what I mean? So it's not bad having doubles of certain things, but sometimes just unnecessary. For the average person that doesn't love everything like me, I just love everything, and I use gear in so many different ways. Some people might be a little disappointed, like, hey, I already have this. What am I going to do with the 2 hatchets? I have plenty to do with 2 hatchets. I can get 20 hatchets and be more than smitten. But I can understand how it might be disappointing for some. That's just what it is. If you get this Crate Club, let me know in the comment section. Are you one of the disappointed people? If so, why? You know, obviously we always want to see variety. Just is what it is. So we'll see what happens next month. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.